Back when Microsoft announced Windows 10, they famously stated that the company is not going to make new Windows versions anymore and Windows 10 would be incrementally updated to keep the experience fresh. Well, that didn't turn out to be true, thankfully, because Windows 10 had a lot going against it, including an aging UI. All of that was revamped by Microsoft on June 24th when they introduced Windows 11 with very obviously a new interface. Now since then, Windows 11 has been tested by multiple people and it has been going around insider rounds, and a number of new features have come up stating and showing what all does the new operating system come with. On this note, we take a look at our top picks from what's new on Windows 11 and everything that has been seen and reported so far, and how your Windows experience is going to change with Windows 11. Now to begin with, Windows 11's most obvious and new feature is the new interface, and the new interface starts with a redesigned start menu experience. Now the new start button and the start menu has been centered on the lower taskbar, and this makes the interface feel different and new. The new interface makes sure that the start button is no longer a static presence on your device and is a dynamic unit which gives you contextual references in terms of the apps that you use and all the services that you'd want to access on priority. The start button can also of course be shifted to the left if you don't want to change your overall usage experience, and Microsoft has tried to strike a balance between familiarity and new with the new start button. Now that brings us to the second point of what's new with Windows 11, and this is something that you've possibly noticed already in teasers and videos out on the internet, which are new icons and a new interface. Now Microsoft has been revamping its icons over time, and it has changed its Office Suites icons, and that had given an indication of things to come. And with Windows 11, the new File Explorer experience is quite different from Windows 10. Effectively, the process of usage remains the same, which means that users won't need to rehash their muscle memory or remap their muscle memory in terms of how they use their laptops and desktops. However, File Explorer finally gets new icons and it looks sleeker and much smoother and has micro changes which makes it more interesting to use. The third new feature which we're pretty excited to see with Windows 11 is the new Action Center, which is designed in a mobile first layout. What does that exactly mean is that Microsoft has taken a page out of Apple's notebook and made sure that the control center or the action center or the center where all the quick settings are organized, such as volume and brightness and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, are all organized into a neat little corner on the toolbar, which is very similar to how you access your quick settings on your smartphone. Given that this is something that we've gotten used to using on all our devices, it's only natural that the next generation of PCs should also have something similar, and this finally gives users a quick way to access Bluetooth, something that has not exactly been the most intuitive front for Windows on laptops and desktops. Now this new interface also gives way to a new feature that Microsoft's Windows chief Panos Panay has tweeted himself recently, and that's called Focus Assist. It's something that many smartphones have introduced over time, and it's this specific focus mode which is designed to help you concentrate on just your work and remove distractions such as notifications and access to other services which would enable you to procrastinate. So on this note, Focus Assist is supposed to come in as an integral part of the new Windows experience and make sure that you have access to your music and just your work services so that you can get work done without any interruptions. This makes the new Windows 11 experience more intuitive in nature and not something that is as static or old generation as before. Now finally, coming up to the final feature is of course the redesigned Windows Store, which Microsoft hopes is going to be as intuitive as using App Store on an Apple device. The Windows Store has finally gotten a redesign. It does not feel like an external part of the Microsoft experience which has been stuck on the way it feels like in Windows 10. And with Windows 11, the Microsoft Store's design is also in line with the operating system, and it finally has a good way to recommend apps and a neat interface through which it can appeal to users. On this note, Microsoft Store is expected to become a hub for developers to promote their apps on and finally give them more worth to pitch their apps to users. And this brings us to an end to the list of the top 5 features which we expect to see, which we know we'll see in Windows 11, and we're pretty sure that this is going to make a sizable impact on the overall usage experience.